Something interesting about working on a J.K. Rowling film is that the films have such, they reach so far that the world, as far as we're concerned, it's like we never leave them. Because whether you're making the video games or voicing the Lego characters or working in the virtual reality, the characters, you're doing that over the time between films. So or reading the audiobook, there are so many other aspects to it that actually what's wonderful is you can go and do other work, but the character sort of sits burning inside you a little bit. A sort of ember of Newt is sitting there, and what I love, and it's totally unique for me to firstly come back to playing a character that I've played before, but also with the same band, bringing the band back, is that you come back with a shorthand, with a knowledge of the way each other works, but with an absolute appetite to push and shift and change and not just fit back into a way of working. At the beginning of the film, his book's been published and it sort of made him a celebrity, which is hilarious and awkward in equal measure. But really, he remains true to what his passion is, which is his creatures and his magizoology. But bigger things are at stake here. And he is actually, even though he won't admit it, nor will he want to be, he doesn't want to be pulled to anyone's side. He's a lone wolf, Newt, in some ways. And yet, because the stakes going on in the world are so high now, he's being pulled in different directions. And part of the journey of the film is Newt realizing that although he has his own passions and he's always taken his own route through life, there come moments when you have to choose a side. And that's where he finds himself towards the end of the film. One of my favourite things about the new film is the beginning of the exploration into Newt and Dumbledore's relationship. I think we all can kind of relate to that, those teachers that you got on particularly well with, you wanted their approval, but I think what's interesting in this film is one of the reasons that Dumbledore loves Newt is because he is so true to himself. There's no way that Newt's everyone's cup of tea, and certainly probably wasn't many of the staff at Hogwarts' cup of tea, but he has something unique to him and special to him that Dumbledore saw. For me, what I love about this film is Jo has taken the characters that she introduced us to in the first film and is really just showing how they are woven into the lore of the Potter series. You get to go back to Hogwarts, you get to meet Dumbledore, you get to meet these people that we've missed, and yet this is seeing them at a different stage in their lives. This is seeing them when the stakes were different but incredibly high. And so there's a kind of, for me, this film has a freshness to it and a depth and a rooted kind of darkness to it, but also a newfound familiarity that I love.
At the end of the first film, Tina got her old job back, and when we see her in this film, she certainly is, she's back in the thick of it. She's been an Auror for a while now again, and she is thriving in that position. But also, I think what she learned in the first film was that although she was nervous about what was going to happen with her career, she never fully lost her confidence in the sense that she was following her instincts all through the first film, even though she wasn't really supposed to be doing that. And no one would listen to her or take her seriously, but her following those instincts led to Grindelwald's arrest. So in a way, it's more how the outside world perceives her that has changed, but actually her core confidence that was always there, it was just a little shaken in the first film, is able to kind of be expressed a little more freely now. She values and respects her position, her position at work, but a child in need, that's her Achilles heel. She'll break the rules to help protect any child. And so I think that that's what drew her initially to Credence. And now, you know, at the end of the film, she was really giving him her word that she and Newt would protect him, and she's not one to go back on her word. I am always starstruck when I see her, but it's not by her fame, it's by her, because of her truly extraordinary mind. And, you know, it's very rare that you get to meet someone like that, and people often describe her as kind of otherworldly, and I think what they're talking about is that she just has a bigger brain than the rest of us, you know. And you get it instantly when you see her, when you're around her. I think especially when she starts to talk about this world. It's unbelievably vivid in her mind, complex, and she seems to be able to she seems to sort of hold the entire world in her mind at any given moment. You know, she can access every detail, and it's unnatural. So it's kind of intoxicating and like truly wonderful to be around her.